welcome to the WKP weather website on your forecast for Grace. So, Grace is a tropical storm right now with wind of around 40 miles per hour, and Grace is going to be moving over the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Cuba in the next coming week, where we could be seeing Grace once Grace moves over these islands, we won't be seeing Grace strengthen extremely rapidly because she's going to be interacting with land. But Grace could move into the Gulf of Mexico where conditions are very conducive right now for some development. So, let's get right into this forecast. So, what's the general direction of Grace going to be? Well, right now there is a high pressure system around Bermuda, and that's going to keep Grace moving on a curved path until Grace moves into the Gulf of Mexico. Some models are predicting Grace to move into Louisiana. And of course, this is after that high pressure system is gone. The GFS is predicting this to leave the area. So we're going to be seeing that high pressure system go away. So some models are bringing this into Louisiana, and some, like the GFS, are bringing it into Texas, maybe even Mexico. So right now, it's a very big question mark of where we're going to be seeing Grace go. I would say if you live in Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, or the Panhandle of Florida, that you should probably keep an eye out on this storm, since it could go to any of one of those places. It's likely that it's going to become a Gulf storm right now, and once it enters into the Gulf, after it moves over Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti, that's when we could be seeing some a quick strengthening in the storm, because there are some really, really high water temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico right now. In some areas in the Gulf of Mexico, the water temperature is around 30 Celsius. Now, if you don't know what Celsius is in Fahrenheit, that's around 89 to 90 Fahrenheit. So extremely high water temperatures. And these high water temperatures are what give hurricanes fuel. These fuel the hurricanes. So with the higher water temperatures, that's good hurricane fuel. So when tropical storm Grace moves into the Gulf, there is actually a chance she could become a hurricane, but that's still quite far out in the future. So that's more up in the air, what we're going to have happen that far in the future. Let's go to the IR loop on Grace. Right now, Grace is moving over I'm forgetting the name of the islands. I'm sorry. Anyway, Grace is moving near Puerto Rico. There's not much convection with Grace right now, but the inner temperatures in Grace are quite low, meaning that Grace is strengthening right now. And since the center of Grace, is likely going to miss Puerto Rico, I think we could see some further strengthening, and maybe when Grace makes landfall in the Dominican Republic, we could be seeing wind speeds around 45 to maybe even 50 miles per hour. That is my forecast, since Grace is not going to be hitting Puerto Rico and is going to be staying over the nice warm water. What I believe is going to happen, we're going to start seeing some more convection and probably a little lower temperatures in Grace, so further strengthening until Grace starts moving over the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Cuba, where the land terrain will keep her from getting extremely strong. But once, like I said, she moves into the Gulf, then we have the big question of what's going to happen. This is the National Hurricane Center's forecast track for Grace. As you can see, missing Puerto Rico, going up through the Dominican Republic and Haiti, over Cuba, and out into the Gulf, where we don't know what's going to happen after Grace enters the Gulf. So there's a big question of what's going to happen to Grace when Grace moves into the Gulf. But right now we need to keep our interests on Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, and the Leeward Islands. I finally remembered the name, because there are some tropical storm warnings and a tropical storm watch in those areas. So if you live in those areas, please stay tuned to your local weather service and stay safe. I want to take a look at the key messages for this storm. Let's take a quick look here. Tropical storm conditions are expected in portions of the Leeward Islands tonight and the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico on Sunday. Tropical storm conditions are possible over eastern parts of the Dominican Republic Sunday night and Monday. Heavy rainfall could lead to flash and urban flooding over the Leeward and Virgin Islands. Across from Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti, heavy rainfall may lead to flash, urban, and small stream flooding along with the potential for mudslides. So, if you live in the Dominican Republic and Haiti, please be prepared for these potential mudslides. There is a risk of wind and rainfall impacts across the rest of the Dominican Republic, Haiti, the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Bahamas, Cuba, and Florida next week. But forecast uncertainty remains higher than usual. Interest in those areas should monitor the progress of grace and updates to the forecast. Yes, I'm happy that they put that in there, that the forecast is uncertainty remains higher than usual. That is definitely true because we do have quite a bit of uncertainty when it comes into Grace. What are the wind speed probabilities for Grace? So for parts of the Leeward Islands, we could be seeing a 50 to 60% chance of tropical storm winds. An island off Puerto Rico could experience the same. Portions of Puerto Rico could experience anywhere from 30 to 40, maybe even up to 50% chance of tropical storm force winds, while most of Puerto Rico will experience 20 to 30% chance of tropical storm force winds. But I definitely expect some heavy rain and just all-out bad weather, and maybe some slight gusts for Puerto Rico. Now, the Dominican Republic and Haiti, on the other hand, have anywhere from 30 to 40, in some areas, even up to a 40 and 50% chance of seeing tropical storm force winds. But that's about when Grace seems to start to weaken out a bit, I believe, though those wind speed chances may be updated. And other portions of Haiti will have a 20 to 30% chance of tropical storm force winds. So Haiti is something we need. Haiti and the Dominican Republic both have a quite high chance of seeing tropical storm force winds, so we need to keep an eye out for that. Now, the arrival times of winds. For the Leeward Islands, you're already being hit. And by Sunday 8 a.m., we're going to be seeing the first bit of wind arriving in Puerto Rico. And by Sunday 8 a.m., we're going to be seeing the first bit of wind in the Dominican Republic. Monday 8 a.m., we're going to be seeing that wind move on into Haiti. Around Monday 8 p.m., we're going to be seeing the first wind in Cuba. And by Wednesday 8 a.m., we're going to be seeing wind in Cuba. And also, the wind will also move by the Bahamas and into Florida around those same days. In fact, for the Bahamas, we're going to be seeing the first arrival of winds around Tuesday, 8 p.m. So, we need to keep an eye out for the storm since we don't know quite what it's going to do. It could be bad or it could not. But we definitely want to keep an eye out for this storm. Thank you for watching. This has been WKP. I hope you enjoyed the more in-depth forecast. And another thing that I want to mention is that we're going to probably be seeing an increase in tropical activity since we're going into a La Nina. And La Nina reduces the amount of wind shear, which also affects a hurricane because wind shear destroys hurricanes. But with less wind shear, those hurricanes can strengthen. Please check the gospel message in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, and thank you for watching. This has been WKP.